Okay, Coach. 5-set thriller, first reverse sweep since 2015. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, I was asking when you gave me that stat, when's the last time we were down 4 points in the third set and then came back and then went reverse sweep. I'm going to keep talking about our team in the positive light, just that we find ways to win. And I look back at one point and pretty much every single player on our team touched the floor tonight to help us win in some way, shape, or form. And I've said we're going to find different ways. I said we're going to have different people and our team is deep, and we proved that tonight. And I'm proud of the resolve that we had. I'm proud of the way that, regardless of the score, we came back and then we kept pushing. And we're going to continue to do that.
Perfect. And then you talked about using the whole team there. We had Lexi coming in and giving you 5 good swings, Atal coming in and giving a pair as well. Like, how is it that you guys can just bring in all of these folks and it just all keep clicking?
I think a piece of it is we practice this way. I think there's a lot of programs that have A side, B side, and do some things in there. And for a lot of the week, we compete against each other. And I really believe in interchangeable parts, that anybody can come into a match and contribute in some way, shape, or form, or part of a season, or play in different positions. And I think we train in a way where people aren't specialized, where they can be in different spots. And I think they're prepared for these moments when they need to step in and play.
Perfect. And then going into that third set, and then fourth and even the fifth, what's that message to you to the team?
Yeah, I think they got a really good volleyball team. And I thought we got off to a really hot start, and then 4 went back from the service line, and we were on our heels, literally and figuratively. And I just talked about we got to dig in, and on that serve, we got to be moving forward. And from a volleyball standpoint, we can't be like retreating from things and scooting away from things. We got to be leaning into them. And then personality-wise, same thing. We can't have one player's run kind of make us back off. We got to turn around and respond to it. And I thought we did that in the third set.
I'll open it up.
During that fourth set, I think y'all are down, or third set, sorry, down 22-16, and kind of get that momentum on your side, make the run, and kind of go on to the win. Can you point to a specific turning point, or maybe something that clicked to really get the gears turning there?
Yeah, I think we subbed in the 6-2, and Margot and Atal came in and turned that. And I thought Atal did a really good job blocking. I thought Margot did a really good job distributing the ball, good location, and we were taking some good swings. And I think that's also when Emily started to turn things on, was during that little run, and then that continued the entire match. So, but I got to give credit to that 6-2. I thought they came in and turned things.
So I was going to ask, like, after Friday, you know, it's a tough loss to a rival like Texas, and you're down 2-0 today. What does it do for this team's confidence when you're able to get a win like that and rebound, knowing that you have that road trip coming up as well?
Yeah, I think we've talked the entire season about these little victories that we've had. We've had to come back against New Hampshire in the 5th set. We've had a match, I remember we were down like 4 or 5 points at the end and came back and won the set. We have this, and I think those are just things that build confidence over time. That when you are in those positions, you can look back and say, we've done this before. We have confidence that we can do it before, or that we can do it now. And I think that goes a long way.
Any more questions?
What do you think that momentum there, third, fourth, fifth set, what was the energy on the bench like during that time? How do you think that really got them going?
I think everyone's fired up. I think some different people were coming into the match and contributing, and everyone gets fired up when that happens. And then you get one point and everyone starts to think, oh, this is happening. And then you get another point and all of a sudden it starts to build into this wave of momentum where everybody's fired up. And I thought we were a little quiet before that first point, and then it was like, all right, here we go. We have a chance. And then all of a sudden it gets closer, and that starts to bleed into everybody in the entire gym. And I thought the 12th man got louder at that point too.
Okay, sweet. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay, girls. Reverse sweep, first one since 2015. How did that one feel?
That one felt like so amazing. Honestly, I never had a doubt in my mind. Like we talked about in our huddle after those first 2 sets, like one option, next 3 sets are ours, and like total belief in each other, and like 0 doubt that we were gonna get the next 3.
Yeah, it was an amazing feeling, especially after Texas, to see that we had the fight to come back.
So, going down 2-0, what was kind of the message heading into that third set? Because you were facing a little bit of a deficit there too. What was the response? What was the message?
I mean, like we talked about going into that third set, like there's no option, like you're winning. We stay alive and keep fighting, and so we find ourselves down a few points. We knew what we had to do, like we knew we had to come together as a team and like give it everything we had, and that's what we did.
And we came together. We came together great.
Okay, Morgan, I'm going to start with you. So another double-digit outing from the middle. Kind of what were you seeing there today?
I saw that they weren't fronting me today, so I felt like I had line and cross, and Maddie did an incredible job at giving me the ball when there was no one up, really.
And then M, season high 19 kills today. Kind of what were you seeing today?
I started off a little slow. I was getting myself into the game, and eventually I just got to the point of like, you know what? I'm just gonna jump higher and hit harder than them and find my own space. So that's what I was thinking and seeing.
I'll open up to questions. Somebody have any?
So this is your first conference win. What does that do for your guys' confidence going forward?
I think it gives us so much confidence, but I also don't think we're surprised at all. I mean, we are so confident as a team, and like we believe in each other so much, and we know that like we have a real shot at winning this conference, and that's our goal. Like we are really bold this year, and we know that it's going to be hard, and like the SEC is very competitive, but we know that we have what it takes, and feels great, and we're ready to get the next one.
What she said.
Can you point to maybe a turning point there in that fourth set? I think it's 22-16 Missouri, and that's when y'all make your run, and then kind of the rest is history, I guess. Can you point to any specific thing that happened there that led to the shift in momentum?
Gosh, it's hard to think like right after the game. There's so many points. No, I think it was just like a collective, like we knew we had to get it going, and so like I don't know if there's necessarily like a switch, like on this play it flipped. Like we knew that like we were trying to push that switch the entire time and get it going. I don't know exactly when that happened, but like it happened, and that's what matters. So
I think it happened from the start, really, from the start of that set. They just happened to get like lucky points, and we just kept grinding and playing good volleyball.
Good. Awesome. Thanks, girls.
thank y'all.